Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. And now the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Important second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. It's Cole. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking for some space. It's Clemens. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Middle Tennessee State. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Powering through the defender. And he gets it out to the 28. Tackled right there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun handoff here. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He stopped him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go by the time he got the ball in his hands.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So bad plays on first and second down puts him in a tough spot here. Third and very long. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking for his big tight end. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They've got him down out near the 40.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. Quick throw caught on the left side. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts. If the offense comes back with a counter play, if you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up into the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's incomplete in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Receiver makes the grab. Wow, juked the first tackle. That was enough to make the first down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Pressure is coming. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. And they finish it off here on 2nd and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Here comes the Middle Tennessee offense back out there. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags the quick throw. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
2nd down after that completion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Quarterback operating an empty set. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking for the wide out. Looks downfield and connects for the wide open wide receiver. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. That's caught. It's Cole. Quick spin on the run. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. Grab made by the tight end. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Chris, that's another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The Blue Raiders looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play and support.
Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Looking for the end zone, but not complete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They could take the lead with a chip shot, but the coach is thinking touchdown here on 4th down. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for 6. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective, moving right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, it's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've got a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game, and this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Makes a quick grab. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Short go to the back, an easy completion. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive, now they have a chance to put points on the board.
A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The Buckeyes with first and 10 here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The Buckeyes trying to cash in here in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. Got space, looking to score. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. This college football playoff game is all tied up. Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Middle Tennessee offense back on the field now. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. Oh, the ball is knocked loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Wow, the defense makes a huge play. They were able to poke the ball away from the receiver, but the offense was quicker to get to the ball, so they retained possession.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Gonna run it. It's Cole. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The game picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 37.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
And looking for a big play here. Oh, the pass is picked off. We'll see what the offense can do with poor starting field position. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quick completion to the tight end. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like
powerful running into the secondary. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain, and he's one.
And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The offense really clicking here. The quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw. It's Sayan. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete. Here comes the bunch formation. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
To the offense, looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And he's going to launch it deep again. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Blue Raiders will kick this deep to begin the second half. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Get some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big wins like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Scanning the field. It's Sayin. Caught in the flat by the running back. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they go in front here in the second half. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Blue Raiders offense back on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch downfield. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Throws to the tight end. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Third down coming up after that running play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass rush closing in. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Middle Tennessee offense back out there. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. Hand it off. Breaks loose at the 45. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The Blue Raiders getting set on 1st and 10.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Blue Raiders trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the goal line. Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Play action fake, looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, that's his 3rd interception in this game alone. If he's going to stay in this game, he's got to do a better job of protecting the football.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive. Just trucks through the defender. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Play action here on 1st down. He'll throw it now. Pass complete on a crosser. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that 1st down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the single back takes the handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, much like what we saw in the 1st half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The shotgun running play call. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. You make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the 1st down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So here we go, 1st play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here comes a handoff. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on this scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple of touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Looking downfield, it's Sayan. The pocket break. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
Boy, if I'm the defensive coordinator, you can't leave the middle of the field that wide open. Makes it so easy for the quarterback to read and recognize and get the ball out of his hands for a first down.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Can he take it all the way? Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Middle Tennessee offense back on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
They look to throw it here on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Second down after that previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit.
Oh, nothing but green grass ahead. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee State. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Makes a quick catch. brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They're going to run it. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
But that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
For perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning as we head into the dramatic finish of this game. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. It's Sayin. They've got it, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a 1st down.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Here's the 2nd down play. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Back to throw again. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Running out of time in the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And here's the handoff. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quick throw to the left side, but it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
They'll kick it away here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Blue Raiders offense back on the field now. Your worst case scenario, you go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. He's running out of time here. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
So it's 2nd down and long here from the 13. Defense not pressing this time. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And he's got some open field ahead. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a play here by the defense. We kept thinking this defense might have to come up with a stop to give the ball back to their own offense to see if they can maybe take the lead. But instead, they take matters into their own hands and come up with a turnover and a touchdown.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee here, trying to preserve as much time as possible. They'll start at the 25. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. Lets it go as he's being hit. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges